AJ Lee was one of the highlights of the women's division during her time with WWE. When AJ was in the WWE, the company probably had one of the weakest women's divisions of all time. When AJ got in the ring with someone else, it just looked like a complete mismatch, considering how more skilled she was than her opponents, both in the ring and on the mic. AJ had some great moments with the Bellas and Paige, but that's about it when it comes to her standout moments with the other women. AJ's most memorable moments doesn't even involve other women wrestlers. AJ's best stories actually come with the men. We remember her relationships with Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Kane, and that whole entire love triangle. She also has great moments as Raw GM and played a huge role in her feud between John Cena and Dolph Ziggler. But due to the lack of talent around her at the time, AJ was never able to put on historic 20-minute long matches, like what we're seeing from the current women's division. AJ shockingly retired at the age of 29, right at the peak of her prime. AJ's explanation was that she felt like she accomplished everything she could in the WWE and wanted to turn her attention to other projects. But fans speculated that AJ's early departure could have been related to her husband, CM Punk, and his ongoing fight with the WWE at that time. Punk was aiming to return to WWE eventually after taking some time off, but WWE terminated his contract and sent him the news on his wedding day. That's when all the drama broke loose. AJ even mentioned in her book that the tension backstage was definitely up after that, and she felt like she was getting weird looks from everyone backstage. Fans were devastated because right when AJ left the WWE, the women's division was revived and had all the talent in the world. The possibilities were just endless. We could have seen AJ go up against Sasha Banks, Bayley, Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch. Literally anyone from the roster would have been an upgrade compared to who AJ faced throughout her entire career. AJ has since moved on to other projects, such as being one of the main lead writers for a comic book with her close friend and popular actress, Amy Garcia. All of AJ's projects require a lot of time and attention, so she really doesn't have much time for anything else. This hasn't stopped fans from wondering and speculating about a WWE return for AJ. We've seen CM Punk make a shocking return to WWE television by joining WWE Backstage, so everyone thought this was the first step in repairing the relationship between AJ and WWE. Stephanie McMahon and Triple H have both recently answered questions about AJ returning to the WWE. They both said they would love to have her back. Stephanie even gave AJ praise for just how unique her character was and said that the division could definitely use her. But when AJ was asked about something as small as appearing on WWE Backstage, AJ said that she was very much retired, so chances are we'll never see AJ wrestle again. But let's come with a concept for AJ's return, just in case it was to happen. This AJ concept will be a continuation to our Paige story from a few weeks back. Just to sum that story up if you missed it, we had Paige return from her career-threatening injury and defeat Nia Jax to become the women's champion. So we'll continue that story arc with AJ's return. During AJ's career, she really had one main rival that stood out from the rest, and that was her with Paige. While AJ was on the hottest streak of her career and was the longest reigning champ, Paige came out to make her debut and took that title right off AJ. So let's have the roles be reversed in this story. Paige has been on a roll since shocking everyone and making her return to the ring. Paige has been dominant and has been having an amazing title reign that has quickly become one of her best reigns. Paige is in the ring just clowning the women's locker room and saying that they're just not good enough to be in the same ring as her. That's when AJ's music hits and leaves the crowd completely stunned. AJ approaches the ring and starts teasing and making fun of Paige, saying that she should put the title on the line right now if she's as good as she's claiming. This is the tactic that Triple H used at Unforgiven 2007 when Triple H mocked and teased Mr. McMahon and Randy Orton until they just gave in and gave him a title match on the spot. That will be the same sort of idea here used for Paige and AJ Lee. This segment also mirrors Paige's debut, where AJ was the one bragging about her reign and it was Paige who put AJ in her place. This time, it's AJ that's coming out and seeing if she can manipulate Paige into a title match on the spot. Paige eventually gives in, and we have a title match between Paige and AJ. Now, one of the flaws from Paige's debut was that there was no build-up or anticipation for Paige's first title reign. Paige just won the title right away, and that made the feud just play out very weirdly back then. So in this case, we can see AJ get real close to defeating Paige, but when things start looking really bad for Paige, she initially gets herself disqualified in order to escape AJ for the night. No one really likes a DQ, but this leaves the possibility open for another big pay-per-view match between Paige and AJ, since that first match was never fully completed. One thing that I would like to see also return with AJ is her character and persona. AJ had one of the most interesting elements with her character in 2012 to 2013, when she was literally crazy and unpredictable. That element just added so much to her character and made her stand out from the rest. AJ was still just as good in the ring, but in 2014 to 2015, it was like if AJ's persona was fully dropped and she just felt so dry compared to her 2013 self and what her character used to be. So if WWE could bring back that crazy side of AJ Lee, that would just add even more depth to her character, and it will have Paige legitimately scared of facing this unpredictable AJ. Then we can have our ultimate matchup of that old school crazy AJ Lee versus heel Paige, with the title on the line. And after AJ is finished with Paige, imagine all the feuds and fresh matchups she would have with today's improved roster. But what are your thoughts on this concept for AJ Lee's return? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss future videos, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.